Hello, welcome to my living room. I had my wisdom teeth out on Friday, and yeah, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. This is who I did my presentation on, Hillel the Elder. He is of the Jewish faith and is, I think, a founding father of the rabbinical tradition of philosophy. So this is what we assume he looked like, because nobody really knows. And the philosopher I've chosen is named Hillel, meaning greatly praised in Hebrew. He was born in Babylon. He existed around the 1st century, and he was thought to be from the tribe Benjamin on his father's side and from the tribe David on his mother's side. Hillel was a woodcutter before he became who he was destined to be, and I think he was a woodcutter until he was about 20. And he supposedly lived to be 120, much like the legend of how old Moses lived to be. I think that's like a staple in these kinds of traditions. We don't know much about his early life, but we suspect he was born around 110 BCE in Babylon. He had a brother named Shevna, who was a businessman. Shevna once offered to support Hillel in exchange for him to teach him. Shevna once offered to financially support Hillel in exchange for teachings on the Torah, to which Hillel refused, saying that it would be an unfair trade because the teachings of the Torah were worth more than just money. We don't have a concrete biography or timeline for Hillel, seeing as all stories of him are tinged with legend and mostly only anecdotal evidence of his existence remains. We know he was born in Babylonia, where he completed his early and secondary education, and after that he moved to Palestine to pursue advanced studies. They don't attribute any, the stories about him don't attribute any otherworldly powers, but they do describe his superlative virtue, which is a big deal. He was very pious. He loved learning. He had a deep respect for God and Judaism, and he is the model of a Jewish sage. Hillel had a part in the creation of the Mishnah and the Talmud, and as I mentioned in the previous slide, started a school called House of Hillel, where he taught his 7 rules, which were much like the rules in Hellenistic schools where Homer studied. He was a Jewish philosopher who was involved with the inception of the Mishnah as well as the Talmud. He is most well known for being the founder of the House of Hillel, where he taught his exegetical discipline called the 7 Rules of Hillel. Along with being the founder of the House of Hillel, he also was the founder of rabbinical tradition. Hillel considered the love of your fellow man to be one of the most fundamental aspects of the Jewish faith, and said, "What is hateful to you, do not to your fellow." So, the golden rule. He also believed in taking care of one's body. He said, "The bathing of the body is a duty of man who was created in the image of the Almighty King of the world." So he believed that by taking care of your own body, because it was created in the image of God, that was being respectful to God. And he was an emphasizer of community and warned against separating oneself from their community. He said, "Appear neither naked nor clothed, neither sitting nor standing, neither laughing nor weeping." And I'm not sure what he meant by that, but I interpret it as him saying you don't have to present yourself in any certain way to your community. You can just be there and be welcomed. Like I've mentioned many times before, he created the House of Hillel, where he taught the 7 rules. He was also passionate about academics and emphasized the importance of studying and finding the time to do so. He said about studying, "Say not, when I have time, I shall study, for you may perhaps never have any leisure." So basically meaning just, don't wait to do it, just do it, because you never know, you might not ever have time. The House of Hillel has now expanded into being Hillel International, the Foundation for Jewish Campus Life, which is the largest Jewish campus organization. I personally love the Jewish faith, and I'm entertaining the idea of converting once I'm finished with school. So I loved reading about the history of Judaism in context of Hillel. I really connect with what he found important, such as community, connecting with your fellow man, and respecting yourself by taking care of your body. I love that Hillel was not remembered in any kind of mystical way, although the anecdotes of his life have been laced with legend. I like that he was a simple man working for what he believed was important, and that his main focus was teaching. And these are my sources, and this is a comic that says, "If not me, who? If not now, when?" I don't understand this comic, but I thought it was funny, so there you go. All right, thank you. Bye.